dollar game.
Every day.
This is $1 million game.
Every day.
This is $1 million game.
Every day.
This is $1 million game.
Every day.
It's the land of the B's and C's. Weather hot, but the iced out chain of freeze. Where they never lose when they choose with a fee. Cause this is no free show like the homie B. Jojo, Las Vegas from the A side. 9 on the waistline, case they wanna take mine. The baker man in the kitchen when it's cake time. Jason Tatum 360 off the.
Yo. I'm Jojo Fasho. This is Sorry Not Sorry, the podcast. And we're going to get it in one time on this beautiful morning. Shout out to all my people out there trying to do their thing, live good, and stay positive. And today we're going to talk about positive energy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of negativity in this world. You know what I mean? And sometimes it can get you down. But we're going to talk about positive energy, and how you can be the one to contribute that positive energy. It doesn't just make the world a better place. It can make you a better person, and according to the laws of attraction, we get back what we put into the world. So when we have a positive attitude, we can receive positive energy in return. We can manifest our own dreams and easily achieve our own goals. Positive thinking can reduce stress and also help your ass live longer. So if you're ready to live a positive life, I might be able to help, and your emotional energy has the biggest impact on your life, we got to stop letting motherfuckers get us down, getting us in our emotions, and bringing that negative shit around us. You see it day to day, your job, whatever you're into, hobbies, you could be at the grocery store, you just hear that negative bullshit all the time, and a lot of people don't know how to radiate that. They want to draw you in. We can't let them always do that. So the one of the things that I was taught by a brother when I was a little bit younger was to shift your mind state. So it's all about your state of mind. You got to take responsibility for yourself and truly commit to changing your perspective. You got to stop being angry, bitter, and start identifying and limiting these beliefs, and stray away from that negative pattern, so you can live life with joy. That's just some true shit. We all know those people. We've seen them, we've been around them, hung around them. You might even have lived with them, and it's not healthy. You're the brain is power, and you got to eliminate those negative thoughts. You have to create that pattern. And when somebody brings that negative energy around you, you gotta learn how to interrupt that, or just get the fuck away. And the same brother also told me when I was younger, the hardest part about being a man is mastering your emotions, and not letting shit get to you, not letting shit control you, because certain things you'll allow them to control you. You gotta control yourself. You gotta exclude that negative energy. you know, and know how to flip that into a positive. You know, you got to know what's happening in your life and in the world. You got to realize the way you feel is a choice. Nobody can make you feel anything. You're choosing to feel that way. You know, it's really called emotional mastery. You know, and that's just an essential life skill that allows you to control your circumstances instead of letting them control you. You know, you can't let a motherfucker control you. You know, and that's what a lot of people will do. They'll try to control you with their emotions. You know, your friends, your family, your girlfriend, lover, uh, boss, co-worker, whoever the fuck they might be. A lot of people are out to control you with their emotions. You know, and you got to overcome that with the mind. You know, one thing about positive energy is you got to focus on the good, and a lot of people don't let that come naturally. You know, got to stay centered. You got to stay grounded. You know, and really zero in and focus on your thoughts and your emotions. You know, because whatever you choose to focus on is whatever you're gonna feel. You know, and if you focus on the good, it is said that your emotions will follow. You know, a lot of people are zeroing in on whatever they're going through. Oh well, I don't make no money on this job, or you don't feel how I feel, or you know, you don't care, you know, or that's not gonna happen. You know, they just negative. You know, I used to work a job, man, and you know, I was actually in the union for a while, and you know, sometimes you get to those jobs and you know they only take so many people on the job, so you might be waiting around for a little while, an hour, maybe 2 hours before they call for extra labor, you know, to get you in the job and fulfill the job. So you know you got guys that they get discouraged and man we not gonna get on today, or man we not gonna get no hours, or you know what I mean. You gotta stay positive. You can't let that energy trickle onto you, because energy is a cold motherfucker. It trickles. You know, how many times have you been around somebody who's just having the worst day, or what they say is the worst day of their life, and that energy kind of trickles onto you, and you was having a pretty decent day, and now you're fucked up because of the next motherfucker. You know, and they're bullshit. You know, and who knows if they were having the worst day of their life? It could have been some petty. Somebody could have just said something to them, and it just ruined their entire day. You know, or somebody was playing games with them, or did some bullshit. You know what I mean? Or they had a misunderstanding somewhere, and then they're bringing that energy onto you. You know, and now you're fucked up because that energy transferred. You know what I mean? It's like a light bulb in a lamp. You flick that light on, the energy trickles through the wire, through the source. It illuminates. You know how many times you've been in a room with people and y'all chopping it up, and you got that one motherfucker that comes in with that bullshit, and it changes the whole vibe, or ambiance, or whatever was going on in the room. You know, you got to change the blueprint. You know, everybody thinks they know what they want in life. They think they know, you know, but sometimes they might be going after things because society says that's what you want. You know, a lot of people are following the trend. You know, everything is trending. You know, so this is the new shit. You know, and you know, people don't follow really what they own. You know, they don't have their own path. They're just going along with what everybody else is going on. You know, so we often don't examine the blueprint, and rewrite it with our true desire, and live what we're personally feeling. We always care about what everybody else is doing, or what so and so is doing, or what our friends are doing, or a bunch of motherfuckers we don't even know. What does everybody do? They scroll, they scroll, they scroll. All of a sudden, this is the new shit. How many times do we see people that are, really in their own lane? It's rare you meet people that are in their own lane. Everybody's talking about what the next is doing, what's popular. And a lot of times that might not be positive. And I believe you got to build your own confidence. I've been told I'm arrogant, and I'm this and I'm that, but it's like Jadakiss said, I'm not cocky, I'm confident. So when you tell me I'm the best, it's a compliment. You got to have some damn confidence with yourself. That'll also help trickle your energy into a positive instead of negative. Our career, our relationships, and they can all have an effect on our mood. Sometimes it can be hard to create positive energy when you're preoccupied, when your mind is worried about what others think and what others believe. You know what I mean? You kind of forget about your own perspective. You got to have your own perspective. Building confidence is you got to use it as a stepping stone. You know what I mean? To create that positive into a negative. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself. You know what I mean? You might be tired and thinking about how to, it might weigh on you. You know what I mean? What you eat, what you put into your body. You know what I mean? Everything we take in. You know what I mean? Food is a source. Sleep is a source. You know what I mean? Rest. You know what I mean? That can all have an outlook on your positive energy. You know what I mean? You can't you can't be positive, and if you don't even have the energy to get out of bed sometimes. You know, you know, a healthy diet, exercise, clear your mind, read. You know what I mean? That most people spend most of their time scrolling through the damn phone, looking at bullshit that don't even matter. You know what I mean? Take some time out, turn that shit off, turn the TV off. You know what I mean? Read, learn something. You know what I mean? All these things can help with your positive energy. You know, going back to exercise, it's proven that it can boost your mood. It can give you more energy. You're putting out energy to exercise, but it can also give you energy. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't exercise. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about being on your feet all damn day at work, or you was cleaning up your house all damn day, or you know what I mean? Get an exercise routine. Get a gym membership. You know what I mean? Some of you motherfuckers could use it. You know what I mean? Real talk. Real talk. You know what I mean? Practice gratitude. Living with gratitude increases feelings of well-being, and that can be vital to your positive energy. You know what I mean? It it's adopting an abundance mindset. You know what I mean? And it can be vital change if you want to exude, not exclude. You know what I mean? Different types of positive energy. It starts with being grateful with what you have today. You know what I mean? Be grateful. I mean, everybody's quick to talk about what they don't have. But what do you have? You know what I mean? People have family. And if you don't have family, I'm pretty sure you got some damn friends that love your ass. You know? Somebody cares. You can't say nobody. Somebody cares. A coworker, neighbor. You know what I mean? You might have the motherfucker at the gas station every day that says hi to you. You know what I mean? Somebody cares. You know, you might not have the best job, but you might have a roof over your damn head. You know what I mean? Your light bill might be paid. You might have a car, and if you don't have a car, then you might be grateful to be alive that your ass can hop on the damn bus. I mean, you ever been on the bus and the bus driver brings that person in the wheelchair? You know what I mean? They got to stop. They got to lift up the seat. They got to strap them in. You know what I mean? You could be that motherfucker. You know what I mean? You could be the person in the hospital, laid up with disease. You know what I mean? And you're just bedridden. Be grateful you're not strung out on drugs. You know what I mean? We live in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? We do have a homeless population. You see these people out here on drugs. You know what I mean? They don't know if they're coming or going. You see them standing in the corner talking to themselves, huh? You know? So start being grateful for what you have today, and you can probably notice improvements in your life. And I try to tell people to also visualize. You know, goal visualization. You know what I mean? And that's something I got when I was being an athlete. You got to visualize your goals. Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? How are you going to achieve it? And that's also used in the business world. When you're trying to reach those goals and where you want your business to go. How are you going to do it? If you don't know how to do it, take some time and sit back and visualize your game plan. You got to have a game plan. You know, that negative mindset is say, well, I don't know how it's going to happen, or I can't do it, or it's impossible. Well, anything is possible. And you also got to visualize bringing happiness onto others. And it's really called the power of mental conditioning. You got to condition yourself to think a certain way. You got to condition yourself to act a certain way. You know, you got to visualize yourself being here for the greater good and not the negative. You know what I mean? You can train your brain to create positive energy at all times. You know what I mean? And that'll radiate, you know what I mean? Positive energy, just simple things. Saying hi to people. How's your day going? You know what I mean? Good to see you. Are we grateful to be here? God is glory. Glory is God. You know what I mean? Give praise to people. People that help you. People that love you. You know what I mean? People that deal with your bullshit on a day to day. You got to be grateful. You know what I mean? Visualize them and not always yourself. You'll be surprised how things will come to you. You know what I mean? Things will fall in your lap. You know, another way of what I mean, radiating positive energy, meditation. And that's something that a lot of people really might not be into. They overlook. But meditation is another way to train your brain by thinking positive and focusing on what really matters. Because oftentimes we might focus on things that don't even matter. One of my dear friends used to always say, I mean, he called me nephew, because he was old enough to be my uncle. Like, nephew, then that's the problem right there. You're focusing on the wrong shit instead of the right shit. And that's something I always took with me. And The benefits of meditation. He actually got me into meditation. Sometimes we put on some music and we would just, sit there, close our eyes, and just think about good things happening. Meditate on, zero in on something that you're trying to do. Really meditate and sit back and think about how you're gonna do it, how you're gonna go about it. Focus on the good things in your life. That's what we used to meditate about. Be in all actuality, it lowers stress, keeps you focused. It can regulate your mood, uh, give you higher productivity. You know what I mean? So you won't be lacking around this motherfucker. It takes 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes out of a 24-hour period. And you can really focus on what works for you. One of the first things that people do when they as soon as they get up, they check that damn phone. Don't even brush their teeth. Be all in the phone. That same 10 minutes you put into scrolling through a bunch of reels of bullshit, man, throw that shit away. Take the first 10 minutes of your day and meditate on the events that you want to happen for the day, you know, and you'll see some positive results. But when you're sitting around stressing and belly aching and giving people 808s and heartbreaks over what you don't have, or you didn't get what you want, you know what I mean? That's starting off negative. You're starting off the day negative. You know what I mean? For those of you who don't like to meditate, man, take the first 10 minutes and get a little exercise in. Hit them push-ups, some sit-ups, you know what I mean? Stretch. You know what I mean? Look out the window, see the sun. You know what I mean? Stray away from your normal routine and make a new one. You know what I mean? It's another word that comes to mind is called priming. You know, priming combines tactics like gratitude, visualization, and meditation into one powerful morning routine. You know, I used to use I stray away too. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I was once told that there's no nigga named normal. You know, so take that with you. That nobody's perfect. No one person is perfect. And it's like Jay said. I ain't perfect. Nobody walking this earth surfaces. But girlfriend, work with the kid. We all have our flaws, and but the 10-minute priming exercise, cultivates positive emotions, and it sets your intentions, your intent, what you're going to do. You don't know what you're going to do if you don't think about how you're going to do that shit. You know what I mean? You got to focus and achieve, strive to achieve. A lot of people just give up. You give up. How you gonna give up and you haven't even really started yet? You haven't even really tried to do anything. You know what I mean? You might have tried one thing and it didn't work and you just give up. You know what I mean? Now all is lost. You're hopeless. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say this too. This is one of the biggest things. You gotta surround yourself with positive people. You know what I mean? You're in control of your emotions, yet being around negative people can still be emotionally draining. Motherfuckers will drain you. You know what I mean? All day with that bullshit. They'll just drain you. They might not know they're draining you. You know they're draining you. Get away. You know what I mean? Keep your positive energy. Don't soak in somebody else's energy. You know what I mean? Where the brain is also like a sponge. It soaks in a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So if you're soaking in bullshit all day, what you think is going to happen to you? You know what I mean? Who they say who you spend time with is what you become. That's like birds of a feather flock together. You know, and so take that with you. You know what I mean? And remember who you associate with, who you have in your circle, your realm, your element. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of negative people around you all the time. Imagine how that's gonna trickle onto you. You know, you got to think about how many of your friends and family say, "You can do it. You got this. Everything's gonna be all right. We're gonna win." Think about that. How many people say that to you on a daily basis? And in my circle, surprisingly, I get that a lot. I can look through my text messages and say how many of my friends say, "You got this, King. Still we rise." You know what I mean? The world is ours. You know, so you got to be grateful for the people that you're around. You know what I mean? A lot of people might be harboring positive energy, and you might be overlooking that. You might not care, because you're so busy belly aching or boo hooing about what went wrong instead of trying to make it right. You feel me? And sometimes we got to give back. Success, money, and fame doesn't always lead to positive energy. The secret to joyful fulfillment in life is to always give back. Giving back fulfills one of our deepest human needs. You know, Helping others who are less fortunate. That doesn't mean giving money. That can also mean giving time, effort. You know, you'd be surprised how giving somebody a ride to the store could probably change their day. You know what I mean? Helping somebody do something. How many times do you might have a friend or somebody that's stressed because they got to get something done? You know what I mean? They've been delayed or whatever the case may be. Do you offer a helping hand? Or do you just say, "Damn, that's messed up. Damn." In your head you're thinking, "What? Glad it wasn't me." But do you really offer a helping hand? How can I help you? How can I assist you? What can we do? You know what I mean? Positive things that are said. You know what I mean? There's no I in team and there's no me and we. So you got to think about that shit. When we help others who are less fortunate, we can realize how much we have to be grateful for, and channeling your peaceful outlook, for others takes practice. A lot of things don't happen overnight. You have to practice. Once upon a time, I was terrible at shooting free throws. I couldn't make them. I was like Shaq in the early 2000s. Man, I couldn't make them motherfuckers for nothing. The coach, for probably 20 minutes out of the practice, he scooted me up, sat me in a chair above the hoop, had to sit in a chair, and I had to shoot 100 free throws. Practice. And eventually that practice will make perfect. You know, it's one of those skills that's definitely worth practicing. Positive energy, practicing positive energy. When you shift your mindset, you'll start witnessing all sorts of amazing opportunities that come your way. And you'll start feeling a whole lot lighter as well. not weight wise, lighter. You won't have so much weight on you, so much stress. You know what I mean? You'll be around here probably feeling like Floyd after he won the title, you know? So channeling positive energy, make yourself a priority. You know, we're human. You know what I mean? We often think about ourselves. That's human nature. You know, and but you have to make yourself a priority. That doesn't say don't give a fuck about everybody else. You know, make yourself a priority. You know, look at yourself and think about things that you want, places you want to go, where you want to be in life. You know, some people have that bad habit of putting everybody else before themselves. It's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing because it can hurt you. You have to make yourself a priority. Doesn't mean be selfish. You know what I mean? But it also means to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Positive energy. Remember what's a fact and what is thought. We're human, so we have less flattering thoughts about ourselves sometimes than the next person will. You know what I mean? We got to rewire our minds and separate that fact from a thought. A fact would be I had a difficult conversation with my coworker, and the thought the coworker thinks differently of me now. You know, focusing on the facts helps keep things in perspective and prevents you from manifesting negative thoughts. You know what I mean? Be kind to yourself. When you're feeling down, recognize the honor in your thoughts. Try to be kind to yourself, whether it means reciting your favorite song over and over. You know what I mean? Watching your favorite movie over and over. Treating yourself to your favorite food. Sleeping. Not doing drugs. Caring about others. That will in turn be kind to you. Be kind to yourself. Exercise, as we talked about before. Be healthy. You know? Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your mind. Use positive words. Say, I'm grateful for, I'm willing, I love. You know what I mean? These things can take you a long way. You know, the way we communicate impacts the energy we give off. You know what I mean? So using words like love, solution, happy, secure. You know what I mean? It can channel a more cheerful outlook. Smile more. Smile. A lot of people don't smile. You know what I mean? I just started smiling in recent years. You know what I mean? You look back on old pictures of me, I wasn't smiling. I gave you that mean mug like a thug. You know, so smiling can make a big difference and also impact somebody's day. Smiling. I mean, try it. Smile at a motherfucker you don't even know. Bet they smile back. You know what I mean? That type of shit trickles. You know what I mean? It trickles. You know what I mean? We already talked about practicing gratitude. You know what I mean? Be grateful. Thank you. I appreciate. You know, words like that, letting people know of your gratuity. You know what I mean? Trying to see others in a flattering light. When you're speaking on someone, think about the things you love or appreciate about them instead of what you don't like, what you can't stand. You know what I mean? You got to keep in mind that nobody is perfect in this world. You know what I mean? So everybody has flaws. Everybody has something with them that isn't right. You know, and you can we got to channel our energy. You know what I mean? And when you put that out, you'll probably see it reflect on you. You know what I mean? Kind of like how the sun reflects. You know what I mean? Give compliments. Compliment. You know, showing somebody you appreciate them serves two purposes. You know what I mean? It makes them and you feel good. You know what I mean? And we all deserve those feelings. Start acknowledging when someone does something you admire and compliment them to create an instant boost in your mood. You know what I mean? We live in a negative world, you know, and some of these things can really help your positive energy. You know, another thing people do not do is live in the moment. Put your phone away when you're grabbing lunch with a friend. Turn the TV off when you're cooking, making yourself a nice meal. You know what I mean? Really zero in on what you are doing in the moment. You know what I mean? Often we're thinking about the future, what we're going to do, or we're stuck in the past of what has happened and things that have transpired. You know what I mean? Those are also distractions. It's good to plan and it's good to reflect on history, but those can also distract you from what's going on in the moment, right now, in the minute, the second, this second. It can distract you. Stop thinking about the past. You know what I mean? Try not to think too far ahead. It's okay to plan ahead, but try not to think too far where you're always stuck in the future because you're going to miss out what's happening right now. You know what I mean? You know, practice good posture. You know what I mean? Your posture is a nonverbal indication of how you feel about yourself. Stand, sit up straight, unfold your arms. You know what I mean? All this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You stand tall. You walk tall. Walk proud. Be proud. You know what I mean? It'll make you more approachable. You know what I mean? You've seen people, they just got that mean mug all the time. You know what I mean? You're not going to want to approach them. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, damn, man, I don't want to talk to them. They look fucked up. You know? We also got to be more generous. You know? Be more generous. Give. It's okay to give. It's okay to give. You don't got to give everything, but it's okay to give. You know what I mean? Give your time. Give your effort. You know what I mean? Lend a helping hand. Be kind. Give. You know what I mean? Everybody's so quick to take. You know what I mean? You got to give. You can't take and not give. You know, and you also got to practice giving good faith. You know, and I'm not talking about religion. You know what I mean? It's about knowing the energy you give off is what you'll attract. You know, if someone's upsetting you, you don't have to lash out. You don't have to yell. You don't have to scream. You don't have to shout. You know, you can take some time and calm. Woo-sa. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? And constructively address it. You know what I mean? Or let it step aside. You know what I mean? And so you can refocus. You know what I mean? And re-strategize. You know what I mean? That's also going into take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Mental stress, letting things stress you, letting things bother you all the damn time. I mean, that shit drive you crazy. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna have things that lets them. It's gonna get to them. It's gonna bother you. I call some things healthy stresses. You know, the light bill. You know what I mean? Feeding your children. You know what I mean? Stuff like those are healthy stresses. You're supposed to worry about that. You know what I mean? But don't let it consume you. Consumption. You know what I mean? Letting things take control of you instead of you controlling it. You know what I mean? Um, so things like taking care of yourself, gratitude, being kind to others, giving back, you know, priming, meditation, you know what I mean? Building confidence, changing your blueprint, your outlook on life. You know what I mean? These are things that will help you focus on the good and the positive and not the damn negative, So keep your frequency high. You know what I mean? Smile. You know what I mean? Master your emotions. Eliminate those negative thoughts. You know what I mean? And you will shift your mindset into a positive and not get negative. I'm Jojo Fasho. This is Sorry Not Sorry, and I just wanted to talk to you briefly about positive energy. So you guys take care, continue to be positive, and the negative. You feel me? I'm gone.
Beat bagging, gold chain swinging. 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 Beat bagging, gold chain swinging.